Age of Revolution. The period of 1750 to 1850, 100-year span, is recognized as Revolution Age. Age of Revolution. While studying Revolution era, it is necessary to understand the meaning of revolution. The word revolution generally means a revolutionary change in any situation of social life. Due to revolution, a new system based on new value exists after revolution. Revolution is a social battle fought against injustice. There is specific planning and motto in revolution. The great philosopher Victor Hugo says, "Revolution is the mother of development. It has a great speed. It needs powerful leaders. In the same way, it needs people's cooperation." Revolution takes place either by violence or non-violence. In revolution, violent means are used on large scale. There is a great change in the society after revolution. Revolution takes place at any part of social life. Example, Green Revolution, French Revolution, Industrial Revolution, etc. Within short span of time, there could be a great changes in the social life in the revolution of the people. For example, due to Industrial Revolution, drastic changes occurred in political, social, economic, religious and cultural sectors of society. Three great revolutions took place in the world: the American War of Independence, French Revolution, Industrial Revolution. In the North American continent, 13 British colonies revolted against Britain and got freedom. This revolution is known as the American War of Independence. The French fought against Louis XVI Bourbon dynasty, who was very tyrannical and established democracy. This revolution is called as French Revolution. Industrial Revolution first took place in England and then spread all over the world. The Industrial Revolution brought drastic changes in production resources, means and processes. In the course of time, the effects of all the three revolutions were worldwide. People of the world were impressed due to the principles and innovativeness of these revolutions. The American War of Independence was a political revolution. The French Revolution was a social revolution, and Industrial Revolution is related to means and process of production. Though the influence of these three great revolutions were restricted to the particular countries, in course of time, their influence spread all over the world. The principles and concept of these revolutions influence the people of the world. Characteristics of capitalism. First, right to own private property. Second, private profit and self-well-being, inspiration to have them. Third, consumer sovereignty. Fourth, price system. Fifth, least role of the government. Sixth, coordination between social welfare and self-well-being. Seventh, freedom to savings and investments. Eighth, right and freedom to select business of our own. Ninth, England was recognized as the world's industry. 10th, Industrial Revolution is still incomplete. Its process is unending, so it is known as the revolution without end. It is consistently going on. Rise of capitalism. At the end of 15th century, European sailors searched new seaways and new era in the trading began to take place. Many traders came forward to trade with the countries of the East through sea routes. Financially, it was impossible to export goods to an individual trader. So, many traders came together and started trading. Those who were having original capital progressed in their business. Trading with the Eastern countries was very profitable, so many companies came into being in Europe. Example, the East India Company. European countries flourished, so the European rulers gave military protection and commercial facilities to these companies. Due to such tradings, the European countries, especially England, became financially powerful. In this way, in Europe, the capitalism era started taking place. The European traders purchased spices, rich garments, commodities of beautifully designed wooden articles, ivory articles, scents, etc. from the Eastern countries. In return, they needed to sell only a few articles to the Eastern countries. The reason is that only a few things were produced in European countries. The result is that the European businessmen used gold and silver currency for purchasing articles from the Eastern countries' businessmen. So, the flow of gold and silver started to take place from Europe to the Eastern countries. The European businessmen tried to find many remedies to resist this flow. They started selling articles purchased from the Eastern countries into the other countries of the world, except European countries with huge profit margin. Sometimes, these businessmen sold articles by purchasing from one country to another country, and they used to buy essential commodities for them. Example, sometimes the British traders purchased garments from India and sold at Indonesia for buying spices, and finally used to sell these spices in their native country. They made a great profit in such trading. The European traders presented some precious gift articles to the rulers of the Eastern countries to flourish their trade and obtain facilities for them. For example, the tax and tolls, octroi, were waived off. They increased their profit. The European traders travelled from town to town for purchasing articles and goods with cheap rates and used to sell it with great profit margin. Europe, especially England, became richer in such trading. The European businessmen realized that it was profitable to deal with manufactured products. So, they developed new production methods, and consequently the machine age and the Industrial Revolution came into being. Importance of trade and businessmen was increasing in the 18th century in England and in other European countries, and new directions and markets were opened to the European traders from this trade. Thus, industrial capitalism came forward. Capital economy is based on the large-scale production and its exchange. In this system, there is mutual understanding and cooperation between capital and laborers plus industrialists, due to which large-scale production is possible. Means of production are privately owned is the characteristic of capitalism, and the manufacturer's motto is to earn more and more profit by producing more goods with optimum producing capacity. Characteristics of Industrial Revolution. First, it came into force first in England and then it spread to other regions. Second, in cotton, coal and woods, etc., many inventions took place and they were largely used everywhere. Third, water energy and steam energy proved to be useful to run many machines, and human labor was widespread. Fourth, trade and business became more important than agriculture. Fifth, trade and transportation became quick after the use of steam engine railways and boats. Telephone and wireless telephone proved to be quick messaging sources. The world came very close to us.